Welcome to another tutorial video. On today's video I'm showing you how I made this dress, so make sure to stick around and watch this video till the end because this is a really beautiful dress and I want you to learn how to make it. So yeah, let's get right into this tutorial. I'm using 2 yards of this baby pink fabric and the dress is going to be cut on bias, meaning that I'm going to fold the fabric into diagonally and then cut the pattern. I'm not sure what the name of this fabric is, that's why I'm showing you a close-up of it. I literally just grabbed it while I was fabric shopping and I felt like the pattern on it has this little squarish patterns on it and I felt like it added to the beauty of the dress. So after folding the fabric diagonally to cut on bias, I went ahead to start putting down my measurements, starting off with the upper bust or high chest measurement. So I divided my upper bust measurement by 4 and I got 8 inches, and I added half an inch as seam allowance, but I advise you add at least 1 inch as seam allowance. I placed that in a diagonal manner from the center front and I marked it out. So this is going to form the elevated or triangular neckline of the front piece. So since one side of the neckline is higher than the other, I'm just going to draw a straight line across from the edge of the neckline there, and this new line is going to be a reference line for me to take the length of the dress from. So whatever the length of your dress is, you're going to minus 8 inches and take it from that line, or you just place your tape at 8 inches from that straight line and mark out the length of your dress. So since we're cutting out a flared dress, you're going to do the same thing throughout the length of the dress. You take your full length minus 8 inches and measure and mark it from the straight line. It might be a little bit confusing right now, but if you take it slowly, I'm sure you're going to get it. I've cut out the front piece and you can see it has that triangular neckline. Now I'm going to use the front piece to cut out the back piece. I went ahead to fold my fabric again diagonally so I could cut it on bias. So I placed the front piece on the fabric and I folded that elevated triangular neckline because the neckline of the back will not be like the front. The neckline of the back is just going to be straight. And since I'm going to gather the back piece and add elastic to it, I'm just making sure I have extra fabric on the sides to use as allowance for the gathers. And then I went ahead to trace the back neckline, and after doing that I extended it up by 1.5 inch, and this extension upwards is to serve as casing for the elastic band. I would advise that if you're not adding lining, you can use 1.5 inch, but if you would be adding lining, then you should use about half an inch or 1 inch. After doing that, I went ahead to reconfirm the length of the back piece because since I extended the back piece by 5 inches, the length at the edge there, I needed to measure it out again. So I took my full length minus 8 inches, added the seam allowance I added at the top and measured it out. And then I can match this with the rest of the front piece. Then I went ahead to cut out the lining pieces to be the same pattern as the main fabric pieces, except it's going to be shorter. So I went ahead to cut the lining pieces to be about 2 inches shorter than the main fabric pieces. So I can start sewing now, and I'm going to start by sewing the front lining piece to the front main fabric piece and also folding in the bottom edge of the front lining piece. So this is the front piece after I joined the lining to it and folded the bottom end of the lining. And now for the back piece, first of all I'm going to trim off the top allowance because I took 1.5 inch for the top allowance, thinking I wouldn't use lining, but I realized that the fabric was transparent, so I ended up using lining. So instead of the 1.5 inch seam allowance, I'm just going to trim it off to about 1 inch or half an inch. So I'm going to place the lining and the main fabric back piece front side facing each other, and I'm going to sew in that half an inch and top stitch, turn it over and iron it flat. And I also folded in the bottom of the back piece lining. Next thing I'm going to do is to create the casing of the elastic band by sewing the main fabric and the lining piece together, just sewing one continuous line. And if you're using, for example, a half an inch wide elastic band, you want your casing to be a bit wider than half an inch so the elastic band can easily pass through it. How I got the length of the elastic band is by dividing the upper bust measurement by 2 and subtracting 2 inches from it. And then I went ahead to pass the elastic band with a safety pin and then securing the two ends with office pins before going ahead to sew. I set the back piece aside so I can continue with the front piece. Now I'm going to be attaching the sleeves to the front piece. I have this piece of fabric that I'll be using for the sleeve. It is 2 inches wide and I folded it in two, making 1 inch on fold, and I just made sure it was long enough and at least longer than what the sleeve is supposed to be. Then I went ahead to measure the neckline on each side, which is about 9 inches, and I'm going to notch the 9 inches on the two sleeves. So I'm going to sew by half an inch from the notch that I made down throughout the length of the sleeve. So from the 9 inches up, I'm not touching that area yet. I'm just going to sew down from the 9 inches, and I'm going to sew by half an inch. After doing that, I'll turn the sleeve inside out and iron. So this is what it's looking like after turning inside out. I'll go ahead to iron it and then join the two sides of the fabric from the notch upwards together. I'll trim off the excess, and this sleeve is ready to be joined to the rest of the dress. So I placed the sleeves right side facing the right side of the front piece, and I'm going to go ahead to sew it, and I'll sew the sleeves one after the other, and I'll be really careful. After doing that, I went ahead to iron, and I'll join the front and the back pieces together by the sides using the seam allowance. At this point, you're going to reconfirm the length of the sleeves from your measurement and cut it to match with the measured length. So after I reconfirmed my length, I marked it and cut it with about 1 inch seam allowance. And then I went ahead to sew the sleeves to the back piece. And I sewed on top of the line that I made previously while making the channel for the elastic band. And I made sure to move the elastic band while sewing so I don't sew directly on the elastic band, just on the line, the previous seam line. And finally, after that, I went ahead to fold in the bottom of the dress. You can either leave the dress this way, or you can then go ahead to add flowers to make it more beautiful. I used a total of 7 flowers only on the front piece. I first of all arranged it and used pins to hold them in place, and when I was sure of how I wanted to arrange it, I then used my hand needle and thread to just stack the flowers in place. I could have used clothes glue, but I prefer to use hand needle and thread to sew the flowers in place. And if you added lining to yours like mine, when you're adding or sewing the flowers to the body of the dress, don't sew it to the lining, also just the main fabric piece. So this is the final product. I hope you enjoyed this video, or you were able to learn 1 or 2 things from this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, share the video to someone that might find it helpful. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video.